All right. I have a little bit of coffee left. I have 1.5 nails painted, and I have an island to show you today. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Taya, and this is Granola, my retirement forest island in Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I am very excited that you are here today. It has been a hot minute and a half since we talked about this island, and I'm excited to show you because a lot has changed since I worked on tiny shops and since we did a little bit of like to-do listing on this island like a year ago almost. Let me just give you the lowdown on what's been happening on Little Miss Granola over here. This is the map for Granola. The villagers have not changed, actually, I don't think, since you've seen this island last. But we do have Boomer and Gabby and Eunice, Dobie, Billy, Graham, Deirdre, Daisy, Wart Jr., and Elise. As you can see as well, a lot of the map has been developed. There are only a couple of more transition areas that still need work. A little bit around the campsite needs work, but I will show you as we tour around this island that I'm super happy with. This is the airport. I have a yellow airport, and I did make the flag myself. I love it so much. Originally, I had planned to make a lot more signage for this island, but we just didn't quite get there, and now I have almost every single design slot filled. There might be an opportunity for me to create some signage before we're done with that, but that's just like the first thing that's on my mind, because I did make this sign over here, this little like animal in a wheelchair design, because this is the wheelchair rental zone. So when you first come to the island, if you have mobility issues, we have got you covered on this island. Right off the gate, you got your wheelchair rental, you got a place you can sit down and wait for them to like fill out your forms and process your request and everything.
Granola is a bureaucracy. Paperwork abounds here, and you cannot escape it.
All of the bridges on this island are this style of bridge, which is flat and has no bump, so it's a very accessible moment over here. And yeah, this is the entrance. The entrance has not changed at all, just a simple well in the middle, and then we have resident services. Boomer and Wart Jr. are enjoying a concert right now, and it's adorable. To the right hand of resident services, I made this like little newspaper stand and like crossword area, which is super cute because at the time that I made this, I was actually doing hella crosswords.
Fingertips too white and nerdy. Can't you see I'm white and nerdy?
So it's perfect. I love it so much. And then on the other side, I have a little cafe moment. It's more of like a cobbled together kind of like church basement coffee situation, all the random different areas, just a place to hang out, just a chill little community center kind of vibe. And speaking of community centers, then we come across my house, which is a community center in and of itself. I actually have like a little lobby area where you can kind of check in, and there's like, it has more retirement home vibes. Then I have a laundry room on the left. At the back, I have kind of a, like a, if you need to stay overnight under my supervision, it's like a little area where maybe even a guest could come and stay, like kind of a guest house and like a recovery area. I have also my fancy nurses station, nurses office as well to the right-hand room. Upstairs, we have a cafeteria vibe where you can go and like get home-cooked meals there, cafeteria style. And then in the downstairs is actually my apartment where I have my own kitchen, bathroom, living room, and bedroom with like a little dining area. So that is my apartment down there. So that's a little house tour, mini house tour. Down this away, we have a whole Tiki beach, which I love for retirement vibes. And here is, of course, Daisy enjoying a day reading on the beach. So freaking cute. And this is Elise's house over here. So Elise is our resident Tiki aficionado. She loves it. She loves the whole vibe. She loves the atmosphere. And her house is also decked out in Tiki attire. So I love that for her. It's so pink and so fun. Very different vibe from everything else on this island, which I think is really fun. This is one of the tiny shops. It's like my favorite. It is a little pharmacy. It's so cute. I dropped some medicine over here, so if I need to grab some medicine for a sick resident, then I can just come to the pharmacy and grab it off the ground. very convenient because even in the early days, my villagers got sick a lot. This is kind of one of the transition areas that still needs a little bit of work right here, but this is Billy fishing, and this is Billy's house, which has been outfitted as a gym. So we have a little area for working out. I love the lockers with all the little random bits and bobs, and we have some yoga mats on top of a blanket because we need that extra cushioning for those sensitive knees. We also have some workout equipment that faces towards the ocean, so you can enjoy a beautiful ocean spot. I just put a little bit of workout equipment here too, just in case we have an adventurous senior here, but for the most part, it's all about the cardio machines over here. And then we have a little washroom moment. I did scatter one more of these little washroom units around the island, and it's super fun. I think I would like to add even one more of these little washroom areas because they're super cute. And then we have a big old empty beach. So I think this is going to be like outdoor sports, like a little basketball court, a little volleyball court, stuff like that I think would be perfect for this beach.
In the future.
Granolio. Coming up here, we have Graham's house. I love how everybody's just standing close to the houses. That's very helpful. Thank you. This is Graham's little house in the woods, in the forest. Don't exactly know what I'm going to do around his house, but I did just recently, this is my most recent build on Granola, create this little transition area over here. It's just very foresty feeling, very cluttered, and I really enjoy it. This is a very functional area. Even behind here, I have a little mirror if I want to change my look. I just love having a storage unit and a crafting table and a place that I can get changed and add new music as I get it, like really handy to my house. So if I come down this bridge over here, I'm just like right back at my house. So that kind of works out really well for me. Here's another little empty transition area. Because this is my forever island, that's probably something good to mention. This is my forever island, so I'm just kind of chipping away at it slow, and I'm really happy with how it's coming along and not pressuring myself to like complete the island super quickly. Then we have like a little campsite cookout area where people are of course making some food outside, enjoying a grill, a cookout, and playing some chess. And then we have the actual campsite here, as well as my rock garden down here to the left. It's a bonfire campsite kind of moment. Gather around the fire, all of you seniors and retirees. I love the little Bruceoid here, keeping the fire warm. He's keeping the fire going. A little hangout spot, kind of off from the campsite cookout area. Of course, this area has some like kind of empty spots, but this is a little duck pond too. Of course, we have like a place to sit and feed the ducks over here. I really love it so much. I don't know why, it just brings me so much joy. And then up from there, we have our bakery. It's just a little country bakery. You can just come and pick up a little pie or some buns or some bread. Little mini shop again. And then back through this little trail, we have Dobie's house. And he is a farmer on this island. It's just his little hobby farm. He likes working on it. And he does have a little stall over here where he's selling all of his fresh vegetables and a little bit of fruit because he does have a fruit tree back here. And then speaking of back here, we have a little artist beach. So who knows who the mystery artist is who comes back here and paints this beautiful sunset with red boat here. But I really saw this on Pinterest and liked this exact build, so I made it on my island. I think it's super cute. Coming up this, and also all of the inclines on my island are this style of incline, so it's a ramp and it's easy to get up. This is the largest area of empty space on my island here, this long kind of like stretch of peninsula. If you are wondering about all the Lily of the Valley, my island is 5 stars, or it was the last time I checked at least. I do get Lily of the Valley quite regularly. We have a little plant shop. It's super cute as well. One of those shops that I, won from the mini shops, but I really do love how it turned out. So cute, and just like a place where you can come buy some soil or buy a little gift flower for somebody. Down here a little bit further, we have a fishing area. I think I might actually make more fishing spots down further from that point, but that was the first one to be made. And then we get into our little mini neighborhood, our retirement neighborhood. This is Gabby's house.
It's all about the carrots with her.
We have a little tiny carrot farm, and then we have her like area where she's selling all of her carrot related goods. But let me show you Gabby's house because I love it so much and she's home. I think it's one of my favorite houses that I've ever done for a villager. And I just, every time I go in, it makes me so happy. And Eunice is visiting. That's so cute. This is Gabby's home. It's very like retro vibes. Really reminds me of my grandma, and Eunice and me are hanging out today. Wow, you're both here at the same time. How totally weird. Both of you are here at the same time. What a weird day. So weird. So nice we could all be here together like this, Rum Raisin. Psst. I thought this was going to be a book club meeting to discuss You Can Throw Pottery Too. I guess it's good that it isn't because I didn't finish reading the book in time anyway. What a sweetie. Anyways, good to visit. See you guys later. Bye. That's just how we do on Granola. Friends. Continuing on a little bit more, we have Wart Jr.'s house. Wart Jr. is the tinkerer. Graham, I forgot to mention, is actually a lot more into like electronics and music and stuff like that. That's what he's doing in his retirement. But Wart Jr. is definitely more of the tinker mechanical guy. So he's got a car over here that he's fixing. And then down here, he actually has a small wheelchair repair shop. There's a place where you can sit and wait while your wheelchair gets repaired. And he's got a few that he's just like sourcing for parts. And he's got a little telephone that you can call. If he happens to be there, he'll answer it. Otherwise, you just show up with your wheelchair and he's got you. And then we have Daisy's house. And she actually has a little perfumery over here where she sells her scents. So she deals a lot with like those, you know, those grandma perfumes. Basically a headache waiting to happen. And of course, place to sit. Down here, another place to sit. It's very important on Granola. We have a little well over here. I think I'm gonna just make this into a little tiny flower field over this way. And then we have Boomer's house. Boomer is so cute. He is the foodie, and he's also a little bit of a hoarder. If you go into his house, he's got a lot of stuff in there. So he tends to cook outside and have people over. He's got a little pizza oven over here. So of course there's pizza there. He's got a casserole dish. And that is the end of the neighborhood area up on these two levels. Another ways down, and we have a little breakfast spot. This is where you can come get your smoothie or your coffee in the morning. Small little grab and go moment. And actually the reason why they started their business in this part of town is because over here we have a yoga beach. This is again one of the more recent builds on the island. I'm obsessed with this yoga beach. This might be one of my favorite spots on the island because it is just so calming feeling. And I actually made a mat for 4 different kinds of villagers and also a mat for our teacher. So our teacher is actually Elise on this island. She is the yoga instructor. I gave her like a neon leopard print. This is Graham's mat. He wants to be the closest to Deirdre because he has a secret crush on her, but he's too shy, so he would never say it. But this is also over here is like a little cart that she brings, that Elise brings all of her supplies in, and she sets up these like little temporary areas with some flavored water. And this is going to be actually Daisy's mat. So Daisy has this light blue stripes. This is Deirdre's mat. And then this is Dobie's mat. And Dobie is kind of like, he's nervous about losing his stuff, so he's always keeps his bag right beside. But all the other students keep their bags over here. This is Daisy's bag. The one up on top of the bench is Deirdre's bag. And then this one is Graham's bag.
Why do I have to detail this yoga beach so much? I don't know. I'm obsessed with it.
I don't know.
I love it. Coming down over the bridge, we actually start with a little nail salon. I love this nail salon. It's so cute. There's a place to sit and wait, and of course, have coffee, whatever you want. And then there's a place where you can actually get your nails done over here. It's super cute. And if you're not looking to get your nails done, actually down here, we have a hair salon as well. So this is the hair salon. It's got a little checkout counter and then a little place where you can sit and get your hair did. That's what's going on over here. And then coming back down here, we're actually at resident services again. So let's go up here towards the shopping district. Have a little sign here. Again, not fully complete or filled in, but this is like my day-to-day island. I'm actually considering keeping in real time from now on. I wanted to show you the island with at least some coloring into the grass, but I think from this point on, it's going to be following real time. Although I will be posting up the dream address in fall. So fall is the time that I do want to have the dream address set to. But for now, we'll just follow it in real time. This is going to be a little gift shop first off. I love it so much. Little gift shop. From here, actually, there is an incline going down towards the museum and Deirdre's house, which we'll go down in a second. I always forget how big this island is. Some islands, I think the layout of this island actually lends itself to feeling pretty big, which is funny. There's going to be Nook's Cranny over here. And then you come across this little bridge with a little view over there to the museum. And we have Able Sisters. And I really love Able Sisters. I think it came together so adorably. Little baby Able Sisters in the forest. Cute. So let's take that little incline down, check out Deirdre's house, a little transition area, and then we need to see the front right corner of the island too. So if you come down this little incline, we have another little washroom station. And Deirdre's house in the woods. Deirdre is super cute. She actually has a little hop spot that will take you over to the yoga beach. Deirdre's actually the youngest resident here on Granola. And she actually rents out her place as an Airbnb when she's traveling. So it's all set up with like a kitchen, bathroom, all of that jazz. She's got a little storage shed to the side and a little place to have an outdoor campfire, little do your laundry spot. Just a lone deer, single lady living in the woods. So if we continue to the left, we do get to the museum. And to the left of the museum, I made a little seating area that's all in brown. I really think about this as like the guys hangout. Like this is where, but I just picture like Dobie and Billy and Graham coming here to like have a whiskey for whatever reason right beside the museum. I just wanted to use some of the vine furniture, so that kind of worked out. And then if you come down here, you're back into the campsite. There is a little transition and another little shop up this incline that we have not seen. So come up this incline, there's a little bookstore. So I think it's cute that it's super close to the museum, but there's just a little bookstore here. You can come and grab a book. Maybe it's kind of like the gift shop for the museum, but not affiliated. Maybe Blathers would even be like, that's not an affiliated bookstore, but it's definitely like you're coming here because you saw something cool in the museum and now you want to learn more about it. And that's cool.
And that's cool, man.
And then we have another little transition over here that leads you back to the plant shop. So that's how it kind of all circles around. Let's go back up this incline, back this way, and down towards resident services again. So we have a little storage shed. I've sprinkled a lot of storage sheds in here and it's been super helpful, like for just playing on this island. It's been super nice. And we have a little yarn shop over here, a little sewing shop for all your sewing needs, because this is where Eunice lives. Eunice lives right over here. I love Eunice's house. The colors are so calming and delightful. And she has a little sewing and knitting circle over here. So this is where the residents can come together and have a little sewing time. Just get their sewing on. If you'll notice, there is a baby carriage right there. If you're coming here to sew, you're also partly responsible for any children who come to visit on this island. So not only is this for sewing, this is also a babysitting area. It kills me every time. I love the dropped candy so much. And this area is actually a nod to my grandma, because not only was she a seamstress, she liked to sew a lot and quilting especially, but she also babysat a lot of kids over the course, kids that were not even related to her, but she was a babysitter through and through. So I feel like Eunice reminds me the most of that grandma in particular. And this area just reminds me of my sweet grandma, and it's just a nod to her. Oh my gosh. It just like, it actually makes me kind of want to tear up. Not even just the sewing area, but like the fact that the sewing area is next to the, I can't. So yes, that is an update on what's been going on Granola. Overall, it's just a lot of refinements that need to happen on Granola for this island to feel fully polished and finished. I feel like it's still just really rough around the edges, but I've been playing on it a lot, and I actually have been working quite a bit on this island for the Critterpedia. So I have caught a lot of fish on this island, which I am super proud of. I just caught an oarfish, which was so exciting. I just, caught this spider crab, which was exciting too. I'm just working away at my Critterpedia on this island. I want to have a completed museum. I'm also working on like collecting DIYs, which I have collected quite a few. So it's just been a fun time to take it slow on this island, honestly. And I think I'm going to continue to take it slow, but I wanted to give you an update because it has been a while. All the villagers are forever dreamies for retirement forest. Once I polish this island a little bit more, finish off some of the beaches and kind of get it just like a little bit more snatched. I just gotta snatch this island and then I'll be ready to move on. But we're not gonna be moving on quickly, okay? Once I get all their photos, I snatch it up, I'm gonna start letting villagers move out and start moving in villagers for my next theme. We're going to gradually transition and revitalize this retirement forest into a happening coffee core island. I did do a video on coffee core and what that whole theme entails, and I will link it up above if you're curious to see what the next iteration of Granola will be. But overall, it's going to be a lot more bright saturated green colors and reds, and it still will have a very fall foresty vibe, but we're just going to start changing out some of the stuff that's more retirement forest focused, maybe changing out some of the bridges, changing out some of the inclines, bringing a more youthful vibe into Granola once we finish retirement forest, and we're going to take our sweet time with it. Now that you're all up to date, I will continue to share Granola more publicly in videos and live streams as well. So if you're curious about any of that, drop me a like, give me a subscribe down below. I would very much appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everybody.